I started out on pot when I was about 15. I was never one of those people to say, "I'll never try anything else but pot." I wanted to try other stuff before I started smoking herb. I tried acid, hash and some other stuff, but never got hooked. I'm really good at quitting bad habits, even cigarettes, which were harder to quit than anyway. It started when I was 16 years old. I was a virgin, and as any horny teenage guy, could not pass up an opportunity for sex. A girl I knew said she had some if I wanted to fuck while on it. I never had sex on actually I'd never had sex, so I said okay. I went to her house and of course, her being a cokehead, she changed her mind, or did she? She said she would rather do it on coke. I really didn't want to do coke, but how could I resist? I wasn't one of those horny 16-year-olds who would screw anything. This girl was really hot. So, we bought about $20 worth each, and snorted straight out of the bag. I was feeling great. Usually, I'm a pretty shy, mellow guy, but this stuff made me like an animal. I hit that coochie like a monkey on crack. After my first lay, which on coke lasted about 40 minutes, I started coming down. I figured, wow, I need a cigarette after this. But I didn't have any. So she asked, wouldn't another bag be better than a pack of cigs? Sure, it would. I bought another sack, and we smoked a blunt, and later at night we got drunk and smoked another blunt. The next morning I woke up with morning wood, and an unusual correlation between blue balls and a need to snort. But I was feeling too goddamn sick to go and buy more coke, so I called her the next week, and went another round. The thing is, this time, when I snorted, the shit hurt my nose. I didn't think much of it, or the fact that the high was not as strong, but lasted longer, so I went along with it. The next day her friend told me it was damn. I needed some coke. Is way too weak. A week later, I called again, but I remembered she went to Jersey. So, I looked around asking my weed dealers if they knew where I could get some coke. Man, we don't deal with that shit. Do we look like drug dealers to you? True, I can't really say a weed dealer is anything like a drug dealer. Oh well. So, there I was, 2 weeks without coke. I called all week long even though I knew she wasn't home. I went to her house the next week, we got more coke and screwed again. The next day, I wanted more. But, I had to go with my parents to my brother-in-law's parents' house. Believe me, I was pissed. But after hearing their discussion about how their uncle OD'd on coke, I was touched. I vowed to quit. Although the next week I felt horny and called her, she said that her BF was back, whom I didn't even know existed. Since then, I never snorted a line again. But I can't say I never think about it. And every time I have sex, I think how it is just okay, it would be a million times better on coke.